Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to do another Throwback Thursday video. If you have not been here before, these are videos that are like a shop my stash style. I do them every single month and I pick out 5 products to focus on, things that I feel like have been sitting in my collection and could use a little bit more attention. Some are older than others, but usually they're products that I've had for a little bit. If you didn't see last month's Throwback Thursday, I will link that one up above for you, but let's jump into it. So first we're going to go through the products from last month and we'll talk about how I did with them, if I'm going to roll anything over, and then we will talk about the new products for the month of October. Where is this year going? My goodness. All right, so the first thing that I had in here were my MAC eyeshadows. I have the majority of them in this palette right here, which is from MAC, and I have a terrible memory, so I mark all of them. But I feel like these just sort of get forgotten. My single eyeshadows in general, I think do get forgotten a little bit, but definitely these, and they're really good quality. I like them a lot. I felt like it helped to add them in for this month for me to, think to reach for them, especially if I just needed some neutrals. These are some beautiful ones for really quick looks, and then of course some fun ones over there. I also have a few that are in this palette right here, my Makeup Forever palette. These 3 right here are my MAC shadows, and those are just ones that for whatever reason would not stick into this palette. It's supposed to be magnetic, but some of these I depotted, and so that may be why, I don't know. But I felt like I did a really good job with these shadows. I certainly enjoyed using them, and it was a good way to push myself to remember to use them. This shade right here, Satin Taupe, is one of my all-time favorite shades, and it definitely is pretty well loved even before this. You can see I'm pretty close to hitting pan on that one, actually. I think that's getting pretty close. That might have to go into a project at some point, I don't know. So then that leads me into the second and third products that were in this Throwback Thursday. The first one is my Hoola bronzer, which is this little guy right here. It's a little mini size. It's not even like a travel one. It was like a little sample. It had like a plastic packaging that I depotted, obviously. And because it's in this big palette and because it's so teeny, I forget to use it. This definitely helped me to use it more. I could probably use it even more than that, but I feel good about what I did, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. But it's a great bronzer. It's a good, just solid matte bronzer if you're looking for one. And they also have a lighter one in case this is a little too deep for you, but this one works well for me. So I really enjoyed using that again. And then the third product in this Throwback Thursday were my Benefit blushes. I kind of grouped them into one category just because I felt like it. I don't know, they're all in here. So I depotted those because I love the packaging. It's really pretty, but it's so bulky that I would, they would just be taking up so much space in my collection, and it bothered me. So I took them out of their packaging. But because of that, because they're in this palette, of course, they're not with my other blushes, and I do forget to use them sometimes. So this one is Dallas, which is such a great shade. It's just the perfect neutral blush that you can wear with pretty much anything, and it almost can act like a bronzer blush combo. It has a nice sheen to it. It's not like a highlighted look, but it's not a flat matte either. It's a great all-in-one blush though. Coralista, beautiful, beautiful shade. This is a mini size of Dandelion, a beautiful, pretty pink one. And Rockateur is one of my absolute favorites. I really, really, really do enjoy that one. So I feel good about how much I use those. Then I added in an eyeliner. This is from Urban Decay. This was from their Jean-Michel Basquiat collection, so this was limited edition. Sometimes I like to add limited edition things or discontinued things into these Throwback Thursdays, because part of why I maybe don't use some of these things as much is because I don't want to use them too much on my regular videos because you can't get them anymore. I do use them sometimes, but then I feel bad about it. And so I feel like this is a good way to get me to use some of those things when I don't always want to use them when I'm filming. But this is a beautiful color. It's like a sort of a neon, like yellowy green almost. It's called Post Punk. It's a really fun color, and I felt like I wanted to try and get a little more use out of it as it was still summer. And I do feel like I used a good amount. I mean, It's probably gonna sit in my collection for a little bit now because it's not so fall-like, but I don't know. I'll have to just push myself to continue to use it, but I do feel good about being able to use it a little bit more this past month. And then the last thing is this ColourPop lippie sticks. This is the first lippie sticks I ever got, which is why I felt like I wanted to include this one. This is in the shade Bound. This one was talked about a lot early on. It's their glossy formula. It's a really pretty pink. It's just, you know, it's gonna start getting old if I don't start using it up because, you know, I've had it for a long time. This is the first ColourPop order I ever made. This was in there and I do really love it and I enjoyed wearing it. It's still good. It's just a little more pink than I tend to go on an everyday basis. And this is sort of like an everyday color. So that's the only reason I don't end up using it as much, but it's really pretty. So if you're looking for a nice pink, I think these lippie sticks are a great product. All right, so let's talk about the products that I'm going to add in for the month of October. So the first thing I want to add in is an eyeshadow palette, and I'm probably going to do each of the palettes that I have from this brand in these Throwback Thursdays because I feel like they don't get enough attention and I want to use them more really, really badly. So I'm talking about my Juvia's Place palette. So this is the Nubian 2. This is the one that I'm going to start with. I have 3 Juvia's Place palettes. I'd gotten them in a bundle, I'm pretty sure, when I got them. And so I have the Nubian 2, I have the Saharan, and I have the Mini Masquerade, which I've talked about and I've used on my channel before. I love these palettes. I think they are absolutely fantastic. You can now get them at Ulta too, which I think is awesome. So you can use your points, your coupons, whatever. And they're such a good quality and you get so much product and good quality product for the price. They're really an affordable price. So I would definitely recommend these palettes. You just want to find one that, you know, suits your preferences basically. This one I think is great. It's a good one to start using for fall. I mean, I have a lot of these shades on my eyes right now. I didn't use this palette today, but I totally could have. And so I think this is a good one to start with. And I think I can definitely get a lot of good use out of this one this month for like, you know, really the heart of fall for me, like October and November too, but even on just October is like so fall. And so I think this is going to be a great one to use. I mean, just these, their mattes are beautiful, but their shimmers are really what stands out. So this color right here, look at that. That was one swipe. Gorgeous. Let's do that blue. So pretty. Let's see. This color right here is kind of like a pretty orange shimmer, like really unique. Oh, and this copper here. Oh my God. This bronzy coppery shade. Let me just show you on my hand. I mean, they're just so stinking gorgeous. And if the quality wasn't there, that would be one thing, but it is, you know? They're just beautiful. I mean, some more than others, obviously. I mean, they're all beautiful, but like some, you know, are more intense than others. Part of it is that I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes and I've gotten new ones recently. Part of it is also though that where my Juvia's Place palettes live in my collection is not with my other eyeshadow palettes because they're bigger, they're like, you know, oddly shaped. I don't see them when I'm looking through my palettes, and so then they're sort of out of sight, out of mind. So I'm putting them in my sight over in this bin right here. And so I'm going to use it more. The next thing is another eye product, and this is a liquid shadow from Stila. This is one of their, this is the Shimmer and Glow. So they have the Glitter and Glow ones that are also gorgeous, but then they have these Shimmer and Glow ones that are a little more of like a metallic type of shadow. Absolutely gorgeous. And I got this one, oh, I mean, this one is in the shade, I'll put the name on the screen. I don't know how to pronounce that, but this is absolutely gorgeous. Another good one for fall. It's so stunning. It just needs a little bit more attention because it's, you know, it's a pretty bold shade. It's a unique kind of color. And I just, you know, I start doing a look and then it's like, oh, that's just doesn't go or whatever it is. But I need to start using this more because it's so gorgeous. And these, you know, liquid shadows do not last forever. So I want to give it more attention. So then I have a blush, and there are 2 reasons why I want to use this a little bit more. Well, 3. One is that it's kind of old. I've had it for a long time. It is a powder product, but I've had it for a long time. Number 2, it is discontinued, not being sold anymore at all, so you can't get it. I do love it though. And the 3rd is that I don't really want to buy from this brand anymore, at least right now. So it's from Kat Von D. If you're curious about why I don't want to support her anymore, just Google her. You will find lots of stuff, and I'm sure you can figure it out. I don't really want to get too much into it, but it just is what it is. And so I don't want to use this on my channel for many reasons, but this blush in Wish is beautiful. And this was really, really popular when it was available. And I think this was just discontinued because she started making all of her products vegan and this one is not. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that that's why. They're beautiful though, these blushes, this shade in particular, and I'll definitely be able to get a lot of good use out of it. I do love it. Again, it's just for those reasons that I haven't been using it. So I want to add it in so that I can give it a little bit more attention and eventually get it out of my collection. It may take a long time, but eventually. Then I have two lip products. I have a lipstick and a lip gloss. So the lipstick is a MAC lipstick in Peachstock. And I actually just wore this recently in a tutorial. I'll link that one up above for you. And it's a great nude color. It's a peachy nude, pretty much exactly what you would expect. It's their satin formula, although I feel like, I mean, it's definitely satin, but it's pretty matte as far as a satin goes, I think. This one is starting to go bad, I think. And it's funny because I haven't had this as long as I've had other ones that are still good. So you just never know. It doesn't smell bad, but it doesn't smell like a MAC lipstick anymore. So it almost has a little bit of a different smell, but not like bad. It's not off. I wouldn't be wearing it if it was off, but I know it's headed in that direction, and so I need to give it some more attention. The thing is, I don't often wear this on its own just because it is very nude and it only goes with like certain looks, but I can certainly like put this in the center of something. I can mix it with something. I like it with a gloss on top. So I just need to put this into my, you know, direct view so that I can remember to use it more because it's a great shade and I would consider getting it again. I just know that its life is coming to an end pretty soon. And then the gloss is a little mini. This is a gloss from Bobbi Brown in the shade Bare Sparkle. I got this in like a set and it's a beautiful lip gloss. It really is. It has a little bit of a minty smell, but not too bad. Let me see if I can kind of show you what this looks like. I may need to put it like on top of well, maybe you'll be able to see that. Let's see. It's really beautiful. It is really just like a topper kind of gloss. Let me put a little bit over Peachstock so you can see what that looks like. It really is so, so pretty. And I think the only reason why I don't use it a whole lot, I will say that the Bobbi Brown, you can see it's very subtle. The Bobbi Brown lip glosses are not my like top favorite as far as lip glosses go. They're certainly not bad. They're just like okay to me. But I think partly it's just because it's mini, so it gets sort of lost within my other lip glosses. But then also there are other lip glosses that I've gotten more recently, like the Fenty ones and even the ColourPop ones, the Bite Beauty one, that just get used more often because they're newer and because I love those the most. And so then this gets forgotten. And it's still pretty and I still want to use it and, you know, maybe use it up at some point and maybe I'll fall in love with it again. I mean, it's a beautiful shade and it's a great lip gloss. So I'm excited to give this a little more attention. All right, everyone, so that is it for this month's Throwback Thursday. Let me know in the comments below what you think about these products, if you want to see any of these products in a specific way, or if you have some ideas of how I can enjoy these products this next month. I'm excited about the ones that I've added in. I think it's going to be a fun month. Let me know if you're going to shop your stash at all and add in some things that you feel like need a little bit more attention. I'd love to hear about it. If you like this video, please make sure and give it a big thumbs up. That really does help out my channel so much. I post videos every single Monday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Time. If you are not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I would love for you to stick around, and I really hope to see you next time. Bye.